Wow, oh wow, what is going on? What is going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal Steven Steele. It feels like it's been a year. Honestly, it feels like it's been a year since I've live streamed. To me anyway. Listen, when you live stream nearly every night, I mean literally almost nearly every night for a full year straight, then you take like, what was it, 8 or 9, 10 days off, it really does feel like an eternity. But folks, it's great to see each and every one of you. Welcome to Steven Steele Live. I am, of course, Real Deal Steven Steele, coming to you live from an undisclosed location in the tundra, Midwest tundra urban environment. Great to see you guys. Who do we got in the chat tonight? We have got Diamond Heads Freddy. Hey, what's going on? We got Jason Huffman, of course, the Zombie Doge Army. We got 7-1. We got Andy Shirley. We got Jason Huffman. Yes, we got Keith. All right. 7-1, of course, in the mix. Musty, good to see you, Musty. Larry Ramirez, good to see you. Keith Havens, Marie. Who else? Crypto Tank Girl, welcome. Larry Ramirez, Corey E. Who else in here? Who am I missing? Oh, Esteban. Good to see you, Esteban. I think I gave a shout out to Alan Schneider already. Am I missing anyone that's active right now in the chat? We got Dream Tanks. Welcome. I think I got everyone covered that's active right now. I think the rest are lurkers. The Hump DZ, of course. Rodrigo. John Gio. What's going on? Kenny Potter, of course. Okay. Guys, before we get started, if I could just ask you to smash that like button. It really does help reach through those tricky YouTube algorithms. So if you could take a moment to do that, really appreciate it. Also, if you're brand new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I'm, of course, Steven Steele. It's wonderful to have you, and would love to have you be a part of this community. So feel free to hit subscribe and hit all on that notification bell and descend with us to the moon, Mars, and beyond. We have a wonderful time here. Love to have you be a part of the ride. Lastly, if you feel compelled to super chat anywhere throughout the duration of this broadcast, it's obviously hugely appreciated for the time and efforts put in, etc., etc. Speaking of which, I think Jason Huffman started things off with the first super chat of the evening, $5 make you holler, with some disco dancing, baby. I love it. Thank you, Jason Huffman. Appreciate it, and thank you for holding it down on that on being the chat mod. Thank you for that. Now, Swift Limpiski, good to see you. Steve is life and life is crypto. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Sublime Maddox, say that 3 times fast. Good to see you in the mix. I think I got everyone else covered. Yeah, got a fun show lined up for your night. Certainly a lot has happened since I went last on the air, and we are going to dive into all of it. Let's get down to it, boppers. What do you say? What do you say? First up on tonight's show, Dogecoin surges higher. Elon Musk marks anniversary of a meme. Will another bull run begin? Writes Benziga. Dogecoin was surging almost 9% higher on Monday, and Tesla CEO Elon Musk used this opportunity to resurface a post of a meme on Twitter he made exactly 1 year ago today. Folks, the image was a Photoshop scene of Walt Disney Company's 1994 version of The Lion King, which showed Musk holding up Kiss bassist Gene Simmons, who is holding up Snoop Dogg, who is in turn hoisting up the Shiba Inu into the air. Musk, who is a Dogecoin bull, brought the image to the top of his Twitter timeline by commenting under with a laughing emoji. Of course, this happened almost a year ago, and we're almost coming up to my year of when I started this channel. We're about 1 month away from that, so we'll have to plan like a special event. I believe someone pointed out to me on Twitter today, and it probably would have been gone unnoticed by me if someone didn't point out to me, that my first test live stream on this YouTube channel was March 15th. So anyway, back to the story. On February 7th, Dogecoin busted through the 73 cent level, which was near the beginning of March 7th of 2021. So wow. How about that, folks? Today, has it really already been a year since that happened? I suppose it has. So today is literally the anniversary of Dogecoin's all-time high, making it to 73 cents on the evening that Elon Musk hosted SNL before, of course, came correcting pretty significantly there. But wow. So we're celebrating all kinds of anniversaries, aren't we? Bought Doge first time 9 years ago. Musty. Holy smokes. You are an OG, one of the first wave of investors for sure. So you must be sitting pretty nice, my friend, and good for you. You're in good company. Our friend Nick Balls, he also has been owning his Doge around that period of time as well. Larry says, Steven, when you celebrate your year of being on YouTube, throw in that old song from your Twitter intro. Good times. I would. And for those of you who don't know, before I created my YouTube channel, I used to go live on Twitter, not as a Spaces, but you can actually go live on there and people can kind of just tune in. And you can respond to comments. It's actually kind of cool. But my theme song before my current theme song, which is by Carl Casey, it's a song called Hackers. I'm all about supporting the artist. So for those of you who are wondering who the intro song is by, it's by an artist named Carl Casey and the song called Hackers. You can check it out on Spotify and everything else. And definitely show him some love. Tell him Steven Steele sent you. He knows who I am. He loves that I use the song, and I have permission to use it. Well, and that is to my greater point here. My previous opening theme song was the theme to The Odd Couple. It's an old show from the 60s and 70s, and that used to be my intro. That used to be my intro theme before, but due to very strict copyright terms of services on this platform, I have to forego that as my intro song. But, I might do like a celebratory throwback, right? Where we could maybe do, maybe I'll mix it up and do a couple of the shows just for old time's sake. Maybe on a Twitter Space with that old intro on there. I don't know. That could be cool. Someone says just watched Hackers again. It's so good. Yes. It's the movie Hackers. Yeah, that is actually quite good. Oh, MD Hewitt in the mix. Good to see you. RW as well. Awesome. It's like we've got the band back together, folks. We're getting the band back together. I got to admit, just even for the first 2 minutes of this stream, 2-3 minutes, I felt a little rusty. I felt a little out of my zone, But now I'm like in the flow already again with you guys. It's great. Yeah, Hackers is hitting for sure. Anyway, so this is the 1 year anniversary that Dogecoin went to 73 cents. That's pretty wild. On Sunday, Dogecoin's official Twitter page hit a milestone with over 3 million followers. So that is very significant and just wild what's been happening with the notoriety and the explosion and just ever increasing explosion of the notoriety of Dogecoin. When you consider that Billy Marcus's Twitter hit over 1 million just a few weeks ago, and now the official Dogecoin Twitter is over 3 million. Wild stuff. The number of social media users following Dogecoin may indicate that there is an increasing number of traders and investors trading the crypto, which could account for why Dogecoin has been moving higher over the last few days. Dogecoin has gained about 26% over the last 5 trading days, but will eventually enter a period of consolidation. Yeah, speaking of which, why don't we take a look at what the charts have been doing just over the past day, because particularly as it relates to Dogecoin, XRP, and Shib. It's been quite the ride, some very significant breakouts going on. If we look at Dogecoin right now, folks, just over the last 24 hours, we've seen over 5% growth over the last week. It now puts Dogecoin at over 15% increase over the past week. And so things are hanging tough. When you consider that Dogecoin just a few days ago, was hanging, let's see here. If we go back, it wasn't so long ago. It was February 1st that we were hanging out right at 14 cents. Here we are at 16.5. Folks, we'll take it. This trajectory is a positive one. Definitely a win for Doge today. XRP, guys, up whopping 20% today. XRP just exploding 20% today, up almost 40% for the week. XRP to me is the clear runaway winner this week. Fortunately, I actually did buy a bit of XRP during the dip there. I did beef up on XRP in my portfolio. Unfortunately, it's not super readily available, right? XRP is kind of omitted from some pretty key platforms due to its ongoing legal embattlements. But I do think that's going to calm down. I do think that we are going to see XRP, once it gets through its legal embattlement with the SEC, I do believe they're going to be victorious in that legal endeavor. And then after that, I think we can expect to see XRP readily available on anything from Coinbase to Voyager and perhaps Robinhood. I can see Robinhood picking it up as well. Shib, of course, just totally rocking it today as well. Shib having a very bullish day, kind of waking up from a bearish slumber. Let's look at the Shib numbers for today. Shib up 54% for the week, up again 20% for the day. So Shib having just about as much of a bullish day, percentage-wise anyway, not market cap-wise, as XRP. Now, keep in mind, Dogecoin has a higher market cap than both Shib and XRP. So the higher the market cap on a coin, the more it takes for it to really move the needle significantly. And so the fact that Dogecoin is up as much as it is over the last week, considering folks, how large the market cap is for Dogecoin, is a very good sign. And also what's great to see is Dogecoin back in the top 10 again. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I do see Dogecoin as a permanent top 10 fixture, if not hanging out right around that 11, 12 before bouncing back up. And of course, those of you who watch this stream have watched the stream pretty regularly. I do feel pretty strongly that the overall long-term destination for Doge is going to be in that top 5, and I think we could fair probability that we will see it in 2022. We got Nurse Terry Reid in the mix. That is so good to see you, Nurse Terry Reid. Been a while. Any thoughts on ton coin? No idea. Not to be fused with the ton token, apparently. I couldn't tell you about it. As you know, there's well over 20,000 cryptos out there. It's just impossible for me to get to them all. But I do take days where I sift through these small market cap coins and do my research. And I do invest in small market cap projects. Of course, they take a much smaller part of my total portfolio, but I do like to play around with those. Yeah, even Doge Elon Musk is pumping today. I owned a little bit. I remember buying about, I think, $150, $200 of Doge Elon Musk, but I think I closed it out a while ago. I'm kind of hesitant. To me, ERC20s, I'm not the biggest fan of ERC20s because due to the gas fees, and the gas fees have been kind of back up there again lately, haven't they? Low Roller says, good to see you, Low Roller. XRP can reach $3 until the lawsuit is over. Yeah, I can see that. But I do think they're going to remain. I do think XRP is going to be victorious up against the SEC in its legal embattlements, and I think XRP is personally, I think it's a really great long-term hold. I wish I had a bit more of it. I could say that about several other cryptos though as well. Yeah, I'm kind of a pleb still, guys. I'm kind of a pleb still. Frank coming in with the Doge X. Yes, we love Doge X, and I still love the project, and I love the artwork. Yeah, let's see. Good to see all of you. Yay, Bankstun. Bankstun in the mix. That's right. We've gotten the band back together. Bankstun. What do you think of liquefied mummy coin? I don't know. I've never heard of liquefied mummy coin. I have to say, if that's a real thing, I'm not sure if you're joking around or not, but I kind of like the name. I kind of like liquefied mummy coin, but I'm not even going to Google it until somebody confirms to me if that's a real thing. Anyway, let's go on to the next story, folks. We've got this courtesy of FX Street. Dogecoin and Shiba Inu rank among top gainers in cryptocurrency recovery. Shiba Inu theme meme coins have posted double-digit gains in the crypto market recovery over this week. Developers behind Shib revealed that the meme coin's public testnet layer 2 will be released very soon. Dreaming Doge NFTs, pixelated Dogecoin-based digital collectibles release, fueling interest in the Shiba Inu theme meme coin. Dreaming Doge NFTs, I've heard of them, but I haven't looked at them. But I don't think this another random Doge themed NFT line would be responsible for helping Dogecoin pump this week. That seems like a feels like a pretty far stretch for FX Street to be pulling for. Anyway, analysts have predicted a massive price rally in Shiba Inu once the meme coin breaks past resistance of 0.000 million zeros 29. Shib themed cryptocurrencies have posted double-digit gains in the recovery of the crypto market on Monday. Today, Shib developers teased the launch of the Dogecoin Killers Layer 2 solution. Of course, you guys know I'm not a fan of that name. I'm not a fan of the marketing on that, but what I am a fan of is financial freedom through digital currency. So if people are achieving that through Shib, then more power to you. More power to you. Shib Inu posted double-digit gains overnight, recovering from the recent crypto market bloodbath. Shib posted Shib posted double-digit gains to the tune of 23% over the last 24 hours. Shib Inu themed cryptocurrencies led the market recovery. Now, get this, you guys. A Dogecoin-based NFT pixelated collection, Dreaming Doge, was released, increasing interest among investors. Dogecoin creator Billy Marcus took to Twitter to share his thoughts on the launch of the NFTs. The last three dream types, this is what Billy said, of my dreaming... Okay, this all makes sense. See, I've been a little bit disconnected, you guys, than I normally am of this for various reasons. But, so I didn't know this, but Dreaming Doge NFTs are actually Billy Marcus's creation. I didn't know that, so I'm just learning this now. So that now it makes sense. Now FX Street's context, now that I know Billy Marcus created it, now it makes more sense that this would naturally help generate more interest in Dogecoin. So this makes sense. So Billy said the last three dream types of my Dreaming Doge NFTs have been released. Eight of each type. 88 total editions are in the collection. These are pixel art NFTs of a small Doge with big dreams. Feel free to download. They work nicely as a phone background. And yeah, they're pretty cool. They're like pixelated, kind of almost Tron looking at the same time. So yeah, I think we exhausted that story pretty good. Let's see what's going on in the chat. We got a couple super chats. Jason Huffman coming in with a $10 super chat for Steele HQ. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Jason Huffman. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that. Nostalgic J, good to see you in the mix. Nostalgic J coming in large and in charge with the biggest super chat so far of the night at $20. Thank you, Nostalgic J. Great to see you, man. Steele headquarters. What happened to Nick Balls? Yes. Thank you for the $20 to the Steele HQ. What happened to Nick Balls? Life. People get different focuses and they just get caught up in different things. And Nick is a multi-Dogecoin millionaire at the age of 33, and so he doesn't need to really do anything as far as work goes if he doesn't want to. But As far as I know, and I'm still in touch with Nick. He's still a good friend of mine. But he's been, Nick. He's pumping the iron, hanging out with his girl, and doing some traveling and enjoying life. So I'm sure there will be a day, probably in the not so distant future, where he starts making appearances on here again. But I don't like to pressure my co-hosts to do a certain output of shows. I understand it's a pretty big commitment, especially considering how often I typically have streams. So. Let's see here. I believe Keith has several of his music CDs too. I don't know who you guys are talking about as far as musicians. Yeah, but that's what I used to do for a living. Anyway, this was a pretty interesting story that I came across. The Bitcoin family emigrates to Portugal for its 0% tax on cryptocurrencies. So here's a Dutch family that spent the last 5 years traveling to 40 different countries, and they call themselves the Bitcoin family because they have made an incredible amount of money on Bitcoin, where they can pretty much just kick it and enjoy each other's family with free of work, total financial freedom achieved through Bitcoin for this Dutch family. Great looking family, by the way. I'm looking at a picture of them. They're all smiling. Of course, I'd probably be smiling too if I, had a beautiful wife and 3 beautiful kids, and I was already retired with multi-millions worth of Bitcoin traveling around the world. Anyway, they moved to Portugal. Now, get this, those of you who don't know, that Portugal has a very advantageous crypto tax rules, which include 0% tax on crypto, 0% tax on Bitcoin. So that's something to consider, particularly if you're perhaps if you're somebody in the position of a Nick Balls, where you've made millions through crypto. Portugal might look pretty attractive, look something like pretty that you want to look into pretty seriously. You don't pay any capital gains tax or anything else in Portugal on cryptocurrency, said Tahudu, and that is the last name of the father that made all his fortunes on Bitcoin. As long as you don't earn cryptocurrency for providing services in Portugal, you're in the clear. That's very beautiful. Bitcoin heaven, he said. In 2017, Tahutu, his wife, and 3 kids liquidated all they owned, trading a 2,500 square foot house and virtually all their earthly possessions for Bitcoin. Wow. Let me read that again. This was super bold and a very bold move that paid off, which would seemingly look incredibly reckless to any onlookers. In 2017, this guy, his wife, and his 3 kids liquidated everything they owned, including trading a 2,500 square foot house and virtually all their earthly possessions for Bitcoin in a life on the road. So that's an investment that obviously really paid off when you consider the value of Bitcoin in 2017. This was back when the price of Bitcoin is around just $900. So do the math there, folks. The world's biggest cryptocurrency is currently trading around, we're a little bit over 41,000 right now, after peaking 69,000 in November. The family won't disclose the exact size of their crypto nest egg, but he says he safeguards the family's crypto fortune in secret vaults in 4 different continents. They could really make a movie out of this family. So presumably, their crypto stake is substantial enough to make it worth having to fly across the globe to redeem their decentralized cash. Just wild, guys. Just wild. Mama Crypto is in the chat. Good to see you, Mama Crypto. So anyway, just the fascinating. The story goes on. The story goes on with these folks, and there's a picture of this family posing in front of a Range Rover that's wrapped in kind of like Bitcoin stuff, and it says, "Be your own bank." Be your own bank. So they're certainly winning. They're certainly living that, low stress, financial freedom, digital currency life. So good for them. Good for them. Anyway, let's go to the next story. Why don't we skip ahead? To Elon Musk? Let's talk about Elon. One of our favorite topics on this show. Inside EVs came out with a story today titled, "Will Elon Musk start his own social media platform?" Many Tesla fans would likely support it, but Musk's plate is very full, and we can't see him giving up Twitter. However, he has expressed strong possible concern. Elon Musk has revolutionized multiple market sectors, including aerospace, automotive, and finance. Musk is capable of radically disrupting industries in ways that surprised even his most astute observers. Is Elon about to turn the world of social media upside down? Now, they quoted Matt Wallace in here. According to Matt Wallace at Benzinga, there's a massive growing demand for Elon Musk, Tesla CEO, to make his own social media platform. Tweets made about it are being met with overwhelming engagement and positive attention. I can agree with this, what Matt Wallace is saying there. I tweeted kind of getting people's opinion on tweeted about this, getting people's feedback on it, and it got like over 40,000 likes. It's crazy. It's particularly a crazy high level of engagement for me, who's my Twitter profile is just it's not even at 9,000. So. Elon has already hinted to his 70 million Twitter followers that such a platform may already be in the works. Matt Wallace asked, will it actually happen? No way to know for sure, but if the already overwhelming demand continues to grow at this pace, it may be only a matter of time before he pulls the trigger on it. Furthermore, with Elon's resources and influence, such a platform could quickly become one of the most used in the world. Seems almost good to be true. And in a podcast with Joe Rogan, Musk once vented about some problems with social media, particularly Instagram, with people faking that they are way better looking than they really are, and that they seem way happier than they really are. He also tweeted, just don't like Facebook, gives me the willies, according to Elon Musk. As busy as Elon is with Tesla's SpaceX, he's tackling tunnels and AI in the Boring Company and Neuralink, so why not start a social media company? Perhaps someday. We'll have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a genuine possibility for Elon Musk to launch his own social media company? For me, I'm kind of sitting 50-50 on it. I know, how do you pronounce it? Dinesh D'Souza gave him Elon some humble recommendations on how to really take on and change the paradigm of the system, and launching his own social media company was one of the suggestions. And Elon Musk did respond to that tweet simply with one word: interesting. So I found that, well, interesting. Abstractus Artemis in the mix. Good to see you in the mix, sir. Of course, Mama Crypto in the mix as well. Arcade Cup says you can't build generational wealth without breaking a few nest eggs first. Yeah, no lie detected. My Shib got turned into Doge at 0.000062. Yeah, we did see a lot of that. And hello, Leo, as well. Some new names again in the chat tonight, which is great to see. By the way, folks, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, I would encourage you to do so. Just hit subscribe, hit all that notification bell. We've got an awesome community here. I would love to have you be a part of it. And yeah, it feels great to be back, guys. Feels great to be back. Let's see. Let's go to the next story. Let me put a poll in the chat first here. I'm going to put, do you think Elon will launch his own social media platform? So you can vote there now, folks. You can vote there now. And I thought I put the question in the chat. Yeah, there it is. You can vote now. Yeah, we'll give it about 20-30 minutes, and we'll circle back and get the chat's community's opinion on that. Let's go to the next story. Morning Glory. It is courtesy of the New York Post. Elon Musk's GoFundMe. It says GoFundMe are professional thieves for withholding $10 million from a certain rally. That was going on that has consistently been going on throughout Canada. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about. Elon Musk slammed GoFundMe for hypocrisy after the fundraising site cut ties with a convoy of Canadian truckers who oppress who oppose certain mandates, shall we say. Double standard, quipped Musk on Twitter while sharing a screenshot of a June 2020 tweet GoFundMe posted in support of Seattle's lawless CHOP. Remember that? That was during those Seattle kind of Antifa riots that had been going on so consistently. And or the Capitol Hill Occupy protest in the Autonomous Zone where riots broke out and police were permitted to enter. He also called the GoFundMe professional thieves. Thousands of truckers in the Freedom Convoy rolled into Ottawa on January 29th, many of them blocking roads outside the Parliament and buildings, honking loudly, brandishing Canadian flags, and F Prime Minister Justin banners. GoFundMe blocked the... Now, this is what happened. GoFundMe blocked the release of almost $10 million in donations to the group earlier on Friday in connection with the promotion of what they call violence and harassment during the Ottawa protests. We now have evidence from law enforcement that the previously peaceful demonstration had become an occupation, with police reports of violence and other unlawful activity, GoFundMe wrote in a statement, which, when you look into the minuscule amounts of illegal activity and disruptions that they're claiming, I mean, it truly was absolutely minuscule. So what GoFundMe initially proposed was people had to reach out to GoFundMe to get refunds, request refunds within a 2-week span, and then after that, any leftover donations would be given to charities of GoFundMe's choice, which I thought was just really in poor taste. I mean, just ridiculous. And obviously they got a ton of heat from it, including from being called out by Elon Musk himself. And then GoFundMe released another statement, said, due to feedback, we have decided to automatically give refunds that you don't have to request for. It's like, well, yeah, you should have done that in the first place. So GoFundMe's reputation kind of in peril right now. A lot of people pretty fed up and disgusted with GoFundMe over that. Yeah, I think we're going to continue to see the rise in all tech and alternative platforms, anywhere from social media to fundraising websites going forward. Whatever your opinion is on these matters, in my opinion, is kind of irrelevant. We just want things that are, in my opinion, I'd like to just see things that are fair, where people can feel free to express themselves within reason, without the fear of being subverted, your funds being subverted or shut down, or you being deplatformed, this sort of thing. And now we've seen basically this entire topic go front and center stage right now in the mainstream, particularly as it relates to Joe Rogan, that has been kind of forcing this issue. It's been very interesting to see this play out and to see this reach such a topic reach such prominence. It's one that I've been pretty cognizant of and have had opinions about for a while. Those of you who watch this show regularly, it really probably comes as no surprise to you. But yeah, so I think we're going to continue to see this cultural sea shift go on, and it'll be interesting to see where things go from here. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I'm going to have to step up my game for the Vegas meetup. That is funny, Keith. Hector the Dude, I don't know when you got in here, but good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. 71 says, funny how only one side seems to get a block censored, etc. What a joke. Yeah, there is kind of overall a disparity on one side. Yeah, I hear what you're saying there. I can't help but think that the word rather, misinformation seems to be synonymous with just anything that a particular side of the partisan ranks just disagrees with. And any opinion they disagree with is blanketed and called misinformation, which to me has kind of hauntingly sounding, kind of Orwellian kind of vibe to it, kind of Orwellian vibe to it. I just want people to be free to express themselves, no matter where you're at in certain issues or whatever, without the fear of living under some sort of techno free expression dictatorship. It's just kind of, it's very ominous. It's not a good feeling. Anyway, so far we got the poll at 60% of you are saying, do you think Elon Musk will launch his own social media platform? 60% of you now voting yes. 42% of you voting no. We still got 15 more minutes to vote. We will circle back to it then. Which will be the outcome? Yes or no? Remains to be seen. We'll keep on top of it. Now, CoinDesk reporting today. Is the bull market back? Bitcoin now back over 40,000. Ethereum above 3,000. But will it last? At the end of the week, Bitcoin reversed a couple months of downward momentum, reclaimed 40,000. Now, as momentum builds, the community is wondering whether this is a temporary reprieve or a fundamental turn back to the bullish. NLW shared his variety of opinions. He's a writer and podcaster for CoinDesk. And basically, from his opinion, from what I gathered, he does seem to think that this is probably the beginning of a soft bull run. Not something I disagree with. I do think that there is a fair probability that we are now finally seeing and making our way out of this mess. I do think this is more than likely the beginnings of a long-term bull run. I still have a very bullish feeling about 2022, even if I'm still very bullish on the first quarter of 2022. I'm still feel pretty good about the initial projections I've had for 2022, spanning back to before we saw this big downturn in the market. I just think everything has kind of been pushed, just shifted back just a little bit than I initially anticipated. But I think we could see Dogecoin, for example, do some very major things by the end of this quarter. So don't count out the Doge to do very big things still within the first quarter of 2022 here. We still got a bit to go. Jason Ubben coming in with a $10 super chat. Happy 11/11 Steele for Steele HQ. It's 11/11 where I am as well, my friend. And thank you for that. The Chewbacca noises you hear in the background are of my Doge. Remy dropped her bone on the floor. She's looking at me to be the one to pick it up. Remy, you're just going to have to go pick it up yourself. Go ahead. Go on behind me. Okay, Remy, go get your bone. Go on. I can't get your bone, Remy. I'm live. Remy, I can't get your bone. I'm live. No! You hear that? Can you hear that? Just one moment, folks. One moment. She's not going to stop. She's not going to stop. She is a Doge without a bone. Oh, she took the leap. You took the leap of faith to get your own bone off the floor. Congratulations, Remy. Congratulations. Okay, she's taking care of it. All right. Where were we, folks? What the heck were we talking about? Soon it'll be two. Soon it'll be 2 of 2 of 22. Should we start some rumors? Yeah, you could really make up your own conspiracy theories about about anything at this point in relation to those number arrangement. Now Remy has a new toy. She is throwing it in my lap. She wanted me to play with her. It is a rooster that makes a little sound when a dog chews on it. Come here, Remy. Come on, go ahead, get it. Okay, come on, get it. All right, where were we, guys? This one comes courtesy Remy. This one comes courtesy of entrepreneur.com. FAA approves request by 19-year-old to continue tracking Elon Musk's jets. This is a story I covered a few weeks ago. As you recall, there was a 19-year-old that started a Twitter account. I forget what the name of the Twitter account was, that literally tracked every move that Elon makes by air travel. And Elon politely requested him to take it down, then offered him kind of a reward. And then I think there was even rumors that SpaceX even offered him a job position, all of which he turned down. Now the FAA approves the tracking. The kid's name is Jack Sweeney, who has been battling with him about the Twitter account that tracks. You know, I can see So apparently the FAA says this is totally legal, but then again, if somebody was tracking my every move by air and broadcasting, I was somebody as high profile or even close as high profile as Elon Musk and posting this for all the world to see, that would give you security concerns, and I'm certain that that's what Elon Musk's main contention is with this kid doing this is security concerns. So the FAA says all is fair, so I assume he's going to carry on and doing that sort of thing. Now, another story here. The Rooster. Steven Steele, your fans got until the 10th to sign up for WEBULL. It's still a holiday bonus, 3 free for a penny. Andy Shirley, thank you. Thank you for the update on that. I didn't realize that special was still going. So thank you. I will. You know what? I'm gonna pin the link, my WEBULL referral link, to the top of the chat. Give me just a moment. Will I find that and copy and paste it? So those of you who don't know, I do have a partnership with WEBULL, and they are running a special. They were running a special for the holidays that's apparently still valid right now, where if you sign up through WEBULL, with WEBULL, through my referral link, you will get literally three or more free stocks. It might even be more of that. But it's an incredible deal regardless. If you haven't done that already, I would encourage you to do so. And the best part about it is, all you have to do is solidify and start that account by putting a deposit in your account, but there's no minimum. So you can literally put 1 penny. You can literally put 1 penny, $1 deposit into your WEBULL account. You will qualify for multiple free stocks, which can really excel in value. I mean, mine already are. I mean, they could sell value upwards of $10,000, honestly. So that's free money waiting on the table there through the referral link pinned at the top of the chat. And thank you, Andy, for reminding me of that. The Doge is just Rang's just going wild. She's just wilding out in the background, playing with toys behind me behind my back. Until the 10th, I got almost 75. Great to hear it. So 3 more days on that. Remy, trying to push me off of the sofa behind me. Remy, stop it. Oh, she's wilding out. She's jealous. She's chill all day. And then when she sees me streaming and communicating with you guys, she knows that the attention is not on her. And it ticks her off. So she really acts up sometimes. Yeah, it is an awesome deal. Anyway, let's go to a next story here. AP News reporting, Spotify CEO says canceling Joe Rogan isn't the answer. So Joe Rogan has put Spotify in a tough spot, with the streaming giant is not yet ready to part ways with the popular podcast, despite intense criticism over his certain virus poke, should we say, comments and use of racial slurs. Look. From everything that I've seen, this is just my opinion, mind you. Joe Rogan has had a wide swath of guests of many varying degrees of opinions on his podcast over the years, and he's been doing it for many years now. He has anyone from Russell Brand to Bernie Sanders to Sarah Silverman to Ben Shapiro to Carl Benjamin to Tim Pool, etc., and a bunch of UFC fighters and different scientists and astronomers and things of this nature. Look, when you look at the totality of context and things like this, it all, in my opinion, equates to a giant nothing burger. When you are able to see the context of all of the smears that have been thrown at Joe Rogan so intently and intensely over the last several weeks, it's been all very deliberate, but it's all been pretty context free, and it's been incredibly hyperbolic. I will say that, in my opinion. So again, when things are viewed through its proper context, it does equate to a giant nothing burger. And this doesn't have anything to do with, in my opinion, this has very little to do with the corporate media wanting to protect you from misinformation, and it has more to do with the incredible, exceeding popularity of the Joe Rogan podcast. And the fact that this independent podcast can garnish so much more attention than most of the corporate media can garner for themselves these days. So this is pretty much the corporate media just trying to smear and take out one of their biggest competitors. That's what this boils down to. It doesn't boil down to them really giving a you-know-what about the things, the contentions that they have with Joe Rogan. Those are simply catalysts and covers, in my opinion, to try to take down one of their main competitors by playing dirty. That's what all this is about, in my opinion. Anyway, story goes on. The CEO of Spotify did release a very direct statement to this just yesterday, saying, "While I strongly condemn what Joe has said, I agree with his decision to remove past episodes from our platform. I realize some will want more, and I want to make one point very clear: I do not believe that silencing Joe is the answer." So, a very diplomatic kind of attempt to appease both sides, kind of solution there from the CEO of Spotify. I don't think the CEO of Spotify had any intention of removing, over 100 episodes of the Joe Rogan podcast from its platform without all of the heat and witch hunting that was going on. I think those episodes would have remained on the platform. Now, I know most of these platforms, most of the largest tech platforms are pretty well staffed with SJW types who have been kind of protesting Joe Rogan among their own ranks. But Remy, we're not going to play with the super crunchy, loud water bottle. Well, I'm streaming right now. I'm sorry. Go back to the rooster. Here, go back to the rooster. Here you go, Remy. Rooster time. Rooster time. Remember the rooster? She looks very forlorn that I took the water bottle away from her. Remy, you've been chill all day, and now you pick now, when I'm going live, to really act up. Woo. I told you, you're already my official new co-host. You don't have to go out of your way to cause all this trouble. Everyone knows who you are. Everyone knows who you are, Remy. Come here, Remy. Remy, come on. Goodness gracious. Anyway, so it is kind of silly, though, because also Rogan has been kind of forced to appease to a certain degree. If it was me, myself, I don't care how much money a platform is offering me. If they start moving that large amount of my content over caving to the pressures of the corporate media, I don't know if I'd stick with that platform. And this raises another question. Will Joe Rogan go on to a different platform from here? I know that Rumble, which is a video uploading and live streaming platform, essentially, offered, and I don't know if they did it for publicity or they're being real, but they offered Joe Rogan a $100 million contract for Rumble exclusivity to the Joe Rogan podcast for a duration of 4 years. And then, of course, Odyssey, which Odyssey came out kind of with a parody statement of that as well, offering Joe $100 gazillion, which I obviously was a joke. But anyway, let's see what's going on in the chat, see how you guys feel about it. Remy should have a live stream, 7-1 says. What do you say, Remy? You want a live stream? Do you want a live stream? She did this when I asked her. Ooh? Ooh? Remy, come on. Do you want a live stream? I think that's a yes. Let's see what else got on the chat here. Remy. Remy knocking everything over. I hope you paid a pet deposit. That dog is going to tear up everything. She really is, and that's why I have to put... you can't see it here, but I actually have a very nice custom-made sectional sofa that we got some blankets down here for her to help prevent that kind of action from happening. But I think it's about time I get this sofa professionally cleaned and get a nice steam clean going on it. Chico says the following and the things Joe Rogan has been doing with this podcast are literally out of this world. Huge following. Yeah, I agree, Chico Doge. Larry Ramirez, Steven, do you mind staying on a few more minutes longer tonight? I love this community, love watching your content, like a lot of us. I've had a rough few days in your show. Cheers me up. I'm so glad to hear that. I will go as long as I can, Larry. But I got this Doge who really wants me to play tug of war with a stuffed rooster. So, yeah, I've been through quite a week, a very tumultuous week myself. I'll spare the details, but it was a very, very trying week for me. But it's great to be back, guys. All right, guys, got to go. Okay, Abstract, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, my friend, and we'll see you soon, I'm sure. Scott Herforth, I don't know when you got in the mix, but great to see you. Doge Extra, great to see you. Says great to see you back, brother. Great to see you as well. Great to see you as well. Andy says, I think Joe may be the end. Might put an end to this cancel culture if he stands his ground. For the most part, he stood his ground, but at the same time, he did secede some ground by being okay with Spotify removing over 100 episodes. So, it's kind of mixed. But I think overall, he's doing a good job of staying his ground. But we are seeing more and more people, even folks out of Hollywood, which is surprising, take Joe Rogan's back. That's good to see. I mean, this really shouldn't be, matters of free speech really shouldn't be a partisan issue. I don't know why it ever turned into something partisan, but it really shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. So, who knows? Maybe your man's Real Deal Steven Steele will one day find himself on that podcast. I highly, highly doubt it, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Rennie! Calm your teats, for the love of Pete. Thank you. Next story. AP News is reporting. Oh, I just read that story, and we tackled it pretty well. And then Yahoo News was also reporting about the $100 million offer for Rogan to quit Spotify and join their platform. Check out this story. This really leaped out at me. This came courtesy of Futurism. Woman notices sinking boat during a Zoom call and saves an entire crew. Forget those wacky Zoom backgrounds. They've got nothing on a recent call during which a woman named Pam Hart of Boston noticed and essentially rescued a sinking boat during a work meeting. According to the New York Times, Pam can see the ocean about 30 miles from her office window on a clear day. Last week, she noticed a plume of smoke through her window in the afternoon. Hart glanced up from her laptop, thought she saw a sinking boat. During the Zoom meeting, she mentioned it to her coworkers and boss, who shrugged it off as nothing. But she knew she had to act. 30 seconds later, the boat had just vanished, she told the Times. That's when my jaw just dropped. Miss Hart excused herself, called 911, and later found out that no one else had reported the sinking fishing boat. Without her intervention, the men aboard probably would have died in the icy waters. They didn't have much time left. John Murphy, fire chief, told the Times about the fishermen who were hospitalized but expected now to fully recover. Wow. We could all take a little reminder to look up and look out for our fellow humans. Yes, that is a pretty wild story. A really, really great story. And so she saw this fishing boat pretty much sink and disappear in the distance about 30 miles away while she was on a Zoom business call. Stopped the Zoom business call, went and called 911, and saved these guys' life consequentially. So pretty good feel-good story, and a pretty interesting one at that. Now, next story here. This one's another interesting one about four ordinary people share how they got rich from crypto, from the New York Post. It's like two girls, two guys, all pretty young, ranging from the about early 20-somethings to 40-ish, I would say. And what are the common themes all of these spotlight and all these millionaires have in common? What do you think is the common denominator that all of these folks have in common that have become millionaires as a consequence of cryptocurrency. I'll wait. Well, they all started investing between 2013 and 2018. They all started investing in cryptocurrency between 2013 and 2018. Does that suggest that these folks made their fortunes through shorting over and over again? No. Most of them are Bitcoin investors, Ethereum investors. There's even one Doge investor in the mix here. And they held for a minimum of 4 years. Minimum. Now, what do I talk about on the show a lot? I talk about the simple fact that the overwhelming majority of people who make huge generational wealth-changing gains through cryptocurrency do so, overall, most part, through the strategy of holding for over the course of several years. And that's what all 4 of these folks did too. All of them had very typical jobs. Bartenders, waiters, data processor, secretary. Now they're jet setting. Slide and Edge celebrating 9 months of membership. I love it. Thank you for that, Slide and Edge. Appreciate it. 9 months of support. By the way, guys, if you're not already a member, something to consider. Just press the join button below this video. Memberships are just $4 a month. Just another great way to support the channel. Get those nifty badges. Members only. Access to the emojis. And I got to start doing some member-only streams again. Thank you for sticking with me, guys, through stuff as well. But I am going to start doing those again. I do miss doing those members-only ones. Anyway, I thought that was a pretty interesting story. Now, Peter Thiel. I don't know if how many know who Peter Thiel is, but he steps down from the Facebook board. Thiel was an early backer of the last president in his campaign, and he was on Facebook's board. He stepped down, which I think is interesting, in the same week that Facebook's stock value is absolutely plummeted to the depths of which we've never seen before, folks. Billions of dollars in losses, just billions of dollars in losses in a short amount of time. Now, Facebook is saying, Meta is what they're calling it now, is saying that unless they can get a control and negotiate effectively with various European governments about their regulations that they have put on Facebook about sharing data back to the US from its users, that they are going to shut down Facebook and Instagram. Now, how many times on this program have I stated that I was been very skeptical about the success in the future of Mark Zuckerberg's rebranding of Facebook, aka Meta? How many times I expressed skepticism about that? How many times I say this is not a foregone conclusion, success? In fact, to me, it seems like there's a fair probability that this will not do so well. That both Facebook and Meta's future are very uncertain. And now we are certainly seeing that play out right now. Remy, stop. That's my good pillow. That's my good pillow. You know this. You know this. The way she's looking at me, she went, huh? Like, yeah, you know. You know. She just looks so guilty right now. Frank says because they can't steal info anymore. That's exactly right. So we have politicians all throughout Europe who have much bigger spines than the ones that we have elected here that are actually taking action to protect its citizens from all the data mining that goes on and being exploited. You'd be hard-pressed to find politicians on either side of the aisle that have been very proactive in protecting us from the exploitation of our data to these various platforms. Now, I believe Andrew Yang, when he ran for president, he did actually address this. He's the only one that actually did address this. And he said that if our data is going to be sold, we should get a kickback. Every Facebook user, Instagram user, etc. should get a kickback for sharing that data. Share the wealth, spread that wealth. We should each get a chunk of that. I thought that was pretty cool. But you know what? Who's going to really miss Facebook at this point, huh? The only thing I really like Facebook for, I like the marketplace, and I check my business page on Facebook. That's the only thing I use Facebook for. Holy smokes, Jason Huffman coming in large and in charge. Appreciate it so much. Big Red coming through. Big Doge energy with $100 to make you holler. Throwing down the Benjamin. I love it. Everyone give a big round of applause for Jason Huffman. We love Jason Huffman. Keep up the great work that you do. Thank you for bringing us all together. You're very welcome, and thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart, Jason Huffman, for being such hands down, one of my strongest supporters since day one. And, you know, man, look, guys, there was a fair amount of time, mostly throughout the last year. It's only been about the last 5 weeks that my body has become more functional, where I can get back to work to a certain degree and running my day business. Before that, I literally spent a year in my apartment, predominantly in bed or on my sofa, working from home. So I can almost literally say there were times where I was almost solely reliant on this program for income due to my illness. So thank you so much for your support, guys. Sincerely. I mean, sincerely. It means more than most of you know, honestly. So thank you, Jason. Thank you so much, man. Anyway, those of you who watch the show regularly know that I've been pretty skeptical of Mark Zuckerberg's version of the Metaverse. And even the prototype versions that have come out have been pretty underwhelming, in my opinion. There's like, I almost think like the Metaverse before the Metaverse was something called Second Life. I'm sure some of you are familiar with. There's actually an Office episode that touched on that, where we found out that Mr. Schrute was an avid Second Life user. But honestly, I think Second Life, as far as graphics, look better than Mark Zuckerberg's Metaverse. In Mark Zuckerberg's Metaverse, we don't even have legs. You're just like a pretty generic looking avatar with just a waist and a head and arms. So a lot of development work needing to go there. Let's pivot to a fun story. This one comes courtesy of the Babylon Bee, guys. Those of you who aren't familiar, Babylon Bee is a parody kind of joke news website, but this was particularly funny to me. And it was an article titled, "Here Are 10 Remy." Of course, she picks the loudest, squeakiest toy. While I'm on the air, Remy. She is so jealous of you guys, it's ridiculous. So, here's the noisiest toy in my apartment. It's a bright red stingray with a rope tail, because all dogs like rope, holding a rope. But it's very crinkly, and it's very loud. This isn't the best toy right now, Remy. I'm sorry. I should have put this out of the actor's play. Can we go back to the rooster? Can we go back to the rooster? She doesn't want to go back to the rooster. Anyway, this story for the Babylon Bee is titled, "Here Are 10 Famous Songs Spotify is Removing for Misinformation." 10 famous songs Spotify is removing for misinformation. Here are the 10 songs that are removing for misinformation. Number 1, "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion. Fact check. False. My heart stops pumping blood as soon as brain activity ceases. Also, you have myocarditis. All right, here. Have the jellyfish. Take it to jellyfish heaven, Remy. Number 2, "All You Need Is Love" by the Beatles. The science is clear. Love is not all you need. Food, water, oxygen, and a stable ambient temperature are far more critical than love. Number 3, When a Man Loves a Woman by Michael Bolton. This song implies that there are only 2 genders. Not good. The year is 2022, Michael Bolton. And number 4 on the list of 10 songs that are being removed from Spotify for misinformation is Run the World, Girls by Beyonce. Not true. The vast majority of CEOs and world leaders are male. Number 5, This Land Is Your Land by Woody Guthrie. Elizabeth Warren and many noble indigenous peoples like her would disagree. Number 6, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover by Paul Simon. Get on the bus, Gus. That's a great song. There are 62. Banned for misinformation. And the number 7th song that's being removed from Spotify for misinformation is WAP by Cardi B. That is not how you spell WOP, which is a derogatory term for Italians. Do better, Cardi B. Number 8, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. Natural? I can't even. Number 9, Two Hearts by Phil Collins. People only have one heart, Phil Collins. Banned for misinformation. And the number 10 song that is going to be removed from Spotify for misinformation is A Whole New World from Disney's Aladdin. Nope. Still Earth. There you have it, folks. Courtesy of the Babylon Bee. What's going on in chat? Well, you got the poll results. The poll results are now in. Remy, please calm your teats, Remy. Do you think Elon will launch his own social media platform? The votes are in. 61% of you said yes. 39% of you said no. A resounding win for those of you who think he'll do it. Okay. Just a moment, guys. I have to handle this. This is just too noisy. I got to take a pause for the cause. Remy. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back on the saddle again. Good to see you guys. So, yeah, Earth's still banned. I have no idea what good could come out of Elon's own social media. Yeah, people have kind of varying opinions on this. We're kind of in untested waters, right? We're kind of in untested waters on how this would shake out, what it would look like. So I could see arguments being made for both sides. Look, in my opinion, I think the best social media platform isn't going to be overtly partisan in either direction. This is going to be a place where people can feel comfortable to express themselves without fear of having super rigid, temperamental terms of services that are selectively applied, right? That seems to be the main thing that really kind of is disenfranchising people and causing a lot of tumultuous, situations here. So I think people just want to, people spend a lot of time, and a lot of people even make their living off of building up these platforms, only to live in fear every day of getting completely removed or deplatformed for just things that are rather innocuous, actually. So, yeah. Joel says, I feel like the SEC would be on his butt every day. Yeah. Pause for the cause. I like it. You guys know my favorite cryptocurrency is Dogecoin, which I give 2 paws up. Way up. I know. It's not easy being cheesy, folks. It's not easy being cheesy. Anyway, let's go to... Did I cover everything? I feel like I might have. I feel like I covered everything. Oh, one more story. I guess we'll do one more. CoinDesk reported first mover Asia. Bitcoin cracks 44K as short-term investors take profits. And it kind of echoes what I said already, where the market has been moving. Bitcoin, a key price level at 44,000 as Bitcoin short-term holders are in profits for the first time since late November. At this time of publication, the older cryptocurrency was changing hands at 43,900, up 3.5% over the last 24 hours, according to CoinDesk. Bitcoin got another boost on Monday after more than 11% price gains on Friday. The last time Bitcoin gained more than 11% in a 24-hour period was in June, according to data from TradingView and Bitstamp. Look, I do think it's a high probability that we are seeing the beginning stages of a full recovery, which I believe will be a full recovery of a long-term bull run, which I think will last, could last for a very considerable period of time. I do think that Dogecoin could see upwards of even potentially an all-time high by the end of this first quarter. I know that sounds a little wild, but I still think that's on the table in the cards. Things could change very rapidly. Folks, keep in mind, there is now evidence that has surfaced that Dogecoin is being prepped in the near future to be fully integrated with Tesla by, probably in the next coming weeks here, probably within the next month if I had to estimate, if I had to guesstimate. That sort of move, I believe, will have game-changing effects on Dogecoin and the perception of it. I think it will invite in a lot of new big-moneyed investors that use that as kind of like one of their primary metrics on when to ape in, when to take a cryptocurrency very seriously as an appreciating asset. Now, I believe that's going to happen in the near future. I think that's going to be an absolute game changer. There's a lot of other things in the cards. People are getting their Robinhood wallets. Hundreds of people now showing that the transactions in the Robinhood wallets are working effectively. Many even proving that their Dogecoin wallets are working effectively, as the beta testers are confirming now. So that is being rolled out now in real time. I do think that the order of it is going to be, once most of the Robinhood wallets are rolled out, then we're going to see a full Tesla Dogecoin integration, and that will be great to see. Let's see here. One of my future guests coming in, I need to circle back to, and we fell a little out of touch due to what I was going through. But Benzinga writer and podcaster Phil Hall is going to be a guest on this show in the near future. I believe I'm going to be a guest on one of his new shows as well. So I love Phil. Phil Hall is a great writer, really interesting guy. So look for him to be on the show very soon. And Leah Halpern. I'm supposed to get Leah Halpern on. We were talking, but we fell out of touch. So I'll circle back. I'll try to hit her on the show. Phil Collins. Trying to think of my favorite Phil Collins song. I think Easy Lover is one of my favorite Phil Collins songs. A lot of cymbal crashes. She's an easy lover. She'll take a hold on you, believe it. She's like no other. And I'm just trying to make you see. And then like Peter Cetera comes in. Is that Peter Cetera that does a duet in? He sings super high. It's like, she's the kind of girl you know, huh? Doge is spiking. Yeah, Doge is looking pretty bullish right now, guys, as we head towards potentially 17 cents. Let's zoom in. Right now, you're looking at a 15-minute chart. We're zooming in here. Green candles going up, looking mighty fine. Why don't we just, for you know what and giggles, go to the 5-minute chart, and we can see more of what's happening in real time. Another big green candle going up right now as we head towards what looks to be 17 cents. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 17 cents within the next 15 minutes here for as many buy orders as I'm seeing coming in right now. So good stuff. Let me refresh this chart to make sure we are up to date, and we are. But the buy orders coming in right now are pretty significant as we see this bullish activity. Donna Tabuki. We love Donna Tabuki and Donna Tabuki Technologies. Hello to you and Eric and the whole family. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Thank you for keeping the lights on over here at Steele HQ. Hugely appreciated, Donna, and we love you. Thank you so much for that. Great to see you in the mix. Great to see you in the mix. So for those of you who are feeling the dog money, this is the right place to be, as we are seeing some nice bullish action going on here. Let's do a little bit more breakdown on this. We are seeing Dogecoin now up over 6% over the last 24 hours. Seeing bullish momentum up 1.5% just over the last hour here. 1.5% over the last hour here as we continue to monitor the situation here on Steven Steele Live. By the way, if you are brand new here, you're watching Steven Steele Live. I'm Steven Steele, of course. It's great to have you with us. Feel free to hit subscribe, hit on that notification bell. We've got an awesome community here. I would love to have you be a part of it. And we are continuing to do so many great things, and we have a great time here. So please hit subscribe and stick around. Stick around. Slide Edge coming with a $2 super chat. Appreciate that, Slide Edge. Phil Collins, 2 hearts. 2 hearts is good. I like a lot of songs with 2 hearts. I like Phil Collins' 2 hearts. I like 2 of Hearts by Stacy Q. That was, that was a song from the 80s that was like, I need you. When we're together, it's like hot coals on the fire. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it's a good one. And then 2 hearts beat as one. That's an old U2 song. Early U2. Early U2. Mwah. Have you upgraded to Starlink internet? Starlink is not yet available in my city, but I did upgrade a few months ago to the fastest internet available. So I do have the highest speed available in my area right now, which has improved the stability of my streams. Donna Tabuki coming in with $10 Make It Holler. Text me about your old account. It's DMing me right now. Are you sure it's my old account? Because that means somebody hijacked my old account. Let me make sure it's secure. I'm going to make sure I can still log into my old account. Because there's so many fake Steven Steele profiles that have popped up on Twitter right now. It's just wild. It's wild. Yeah, I don't think that was my old account that DM'd you, Donna, but I will text you about it. So be careful out there, guys, because I'm having a hard time keeping up with how many fake Steven Steele profiles there are right now. And all those, they're scammers. They're trying to DM you. They're trying to get you to send them money, invest with them, etc., etc. Don't do it. I will never DM you first asking you about to participate in anything financial. I will never do that. I'll never DM you asking you for money or anything like that. So do not fall for that stuff. Do not fall for that stuff. The only official Steven Steele Twitter account is Mr. Steven Steele and then an underscore. And if you're curious about whether it's the real Steven Steele Twitter or not, just look on it. Usually the fake ones are always just either retweeting me or other people. They have very few and far between original tweets. And then another thing you can do to tell is when you look at the handle, the Twitter handle, there's always one small misspelling of my name. It'll spell Steele with like ST with one E or, something like that. So Jason Ubben coming in large and in charge. Holy smokes, guys. You're definitely keeping me on the air tonight with $50 to make you holler. Thank you, Jason, so much. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for that. With a super sticker. Rocket Riding super sticker. Are we going to the moon tonight, folks? Well, we're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. And the important thing is we're having fun doing it, and we are doing it together. Jason, thank you so much for your generosity, man. Hugely, hugely appreciated, man. Seriously, thank you for that. Hugely appreciated, man. Jason, give Jason a round of applause. I reported a YouTube channel about Elon and Shib yesterday, had 36,000 watching. They took it down and sent me a message. Oh, good job, good job. Yeah, one of those. I know exactly the kind of you start a YouTube channel you're talking about. And a lot of times they'll play footage and they'll say, for a special deal on Shib or Dogecoin, send us this many and we'll send you the double of the amount back. Well, of course, what happens is you end up sending your Dogecoin or your Shib or whatever to this particular address, and guess what doesn't happen? You don't get twice as many back. You get nothing back. Steve, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin pumping again. Thank you for that, Basil. I will look at it now. So the whole market is pumping again right now, guys. Whole market is looking really bullish. Bitcoin now definitely pumping up 1.5% over the last 45 minutes. This is extremely, extremely significant, particularly since Bitcoin is obviously the highest market cap cryptocurrency on the planet, coming in at $853 billion market cap. So in order for Bitcoin to move even 1.5% over the last hour means just an enormous amount of buys and volumes are taking place. Bitcoin now coming in, just broke 45,000. Bitcoin's on the move. Dogecoin's on the move. Let's take a toggle over to the Bitcoin chart right now, guys, and take a look at what's going here. As you can see, Bitcoin breaking out enormously here. Several green candles all in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's on its sixth green, thick green weenie right now in a row, looking very good for Bitcoin. Obviously, this is great news considering we are still in a Bitcoin dominant market. So where Bitcoin goes is pretty much where most of the rest of the market goes, with a few exceptions. So that is great to see. We want to see Bitcoin succeed. And right now, there is a lot of action to be excited about, particularly since we've been so beat up by this market over the last 4 to 6 weeks, particularly. It's great to see things on the move again. I don't know how many of you bought those dip of a dip. Many of us bought the dip and then things dipped lower. And then you go, I thought I bought the dip, but that was a dip. We've all done it. Jason Huffman coming in with a $5 super chat. The Steele effect. Let's chalk it up to the Steele effect, ladies and gentlemen. Let's chalk all this bullish behavior up to the Steele effect. I'm with it. The moon is up. Yes. 46K is the big number for BTC. Audio Freak says, can we get past that? If we get past that, it's green light. How from there? Yeah, 46% from what I have seen as well. Audio Freak seems to be the threshold, the kind of the make or break threshold on the direction and how big this bull run is going to be. So I think that's safe to say. I would agree with that. Definitely some retracement now. It doesn't look like it's going to be massive, however. But I got to say the sell orders are outpopulating the buys, but not by a wide margin. So I think this is just a healthy bit of retracement we are seeing coming in here for Bitcoin. I don't anticipate it to be too severe or too long. Excuse me. In fact, I think we're already noticing turnaround. I think there's a pretty fair probability that the next candle is going to be a green one. We shall see. I bought the dip after dip after dip, says Jason Huffman. We've all done it, my friend. We've all done it. We've all done it. Okay, so those poll results are in. We'll end the poll at a 60-40 split. Thank you for all those who participated. Guys, if you haven't already signed up with WEBULL, if you want free stocks, click the WEBULL link pinned at the top of my chat, and you will get 3 to 5 free stocks. I'm not sure where it's at right now. Just for making an account with WEBULL through my partnership code or my partnership link. All you have to do is put like literally a penny deposit or $1 deposit in your WEBULL account to qualify to getting those 3 to 5 free stocks. Just free money on the table. So don't leave it there. Feel free to click that link. Diamond Hand said, I got so much dip, I ran out of chips. Yes. I turned up the heat to 67 and my wife freaks out. I live in Colorado. Sheesh. You know, I think we're going to actually have Crypto Batman on the show pretty soon here. He and I have been talking a bit. So I think that finally might happen here in the near future. So we're going to be having some interesting guests here. Let's see where Bitcoin is at right now. Dipped just below 45,000. As it stands right now, a little bit of healthy retracement, but overall, incredibly bullish hour for Bitcoin as it takes on almost a 2% increase over the last hour, which is pretty massive considering the size and scope of the BTC. You down with BTC? Yeah, you know me. Name that song, ladies and gentlemen. I sold my... I can't read that out loud, Audio Freak, but hey, You guys got to do what a guy's got to do. Guys got to do what a guy's got to do. Here we are riding in just below 45,000. Bitcoin hanging tough. Volume is extremely high. Overall, the market is looking really good. I think this could very well be the beginning of the end of this huge, massive downturn we have all experienced collectively over the past month. Perhaps it's the Steele effect, ladies and gentlemen, but it is a great night for me to make a comeback. It is now midnight. It is now midnight in my neck of the woods. Those of you on the West Coast, you're talking about 10 p.m. And for those of you who are on the East Coast or in Florida, you are definitely a crypto vampire coming in at about 1 a.m. Louis Doge Millie coming in with a $2 super chat. Good evening, Dogecoin family. Have a good week. Thanks for the positive vibes and the support, Louis Doge Millie. Always great to see you. Always great to have you here. I sold my car for gas money. It doesn't sound like the smartest strategy, Esteban. That's funny, though. That's funny. Johnny Crypto called the song OPP. And who is OPP by? Do not Google it. Do not look. Do not look it up. All right. Let's see what Shib is doing right now. Shib is doing great volume as well, up 2% over the last hour. Of course, up about 24% over the last 24 hours. Shib is on the move as well. AVAX also. AVAX, I forgot to say, is a big breakout winner today. Up over 10% just for the day. AVAX making a really strong recovery after really being considerably down. But right now trading at about $91, up 30% over the last week. So AVAX, one of the strongest recoveries this week by far. Yeah, you know me. Mama Crypto says naughty by nature. That's right, Mama Crypto. It's naughty by nature, not because I hate you. That's it. That's it. Donna says other people's privates. Yeah, that was always what the rumor was, right? That's what the OPP, what the acronym stood for. It makes sense to me. It just seems privates. Privates is such a funny word to me, like for, you know, to describe that sort of thing. Yeah, but a lot of that 90s hip hop had a lot of character to it. I remember seeing Tribe Called Quest when I was in high school. That was a pretty interesting show. And then there was this other California 90s hip hop group called the Souls of Mischief. They had this pretty groovy song called 93 Till Infinity. And I remember hooking the lead MC up with a young lady that night. I went to see them on New Year's Eve, a long time ago in the days of yore, because I'm old as dirt, in a very small venue on New Year's Eve. It was supposed to be Common, Common Sense, and the Souls of Mischief on a New Year's Eve party. Terrible ticket sales. I mean, they sold maybe 100 tickets tops. And I was there, and that's how I spent my New Year's Eve. And so Common didn't even show up, which I don't blame them. But the Souls of Mischief did, and they were from California. I ended up hanging out with one of that guy and some gals afterwards. We had a good time. I'm cheating on Doge this time, but with Kishu after this crypto winter. Hey, have fun, guys. Have fun. I'm invested in some small market cap coins. They don't eat up a large part of my portfolio, but I like playing around with that stuff. I keep most of it, almost all of it, in either my MetaMask or my Trust wallet. Just be careful out there. Just keep in mind, be able to differentiate between high risk, high reward, and what's not high risk, high reward. But yeah, I'm holding some of those kind of investments for sure. But if you find yourself more stressed than having fun investing in those kind of projects, that probably means you're investing too much. We have all ages here. Honestly, we have all ages here. If you feel comfortable sharing your age, feel free to do so in the chat. But we have a pretty wide. Last time I checked, we had a pretty wide range of ages here, all the way from like 18 to 70. Honestly, and I love that. we're all the same age sometime. We're all the same age sometime. And that's why I believe in being very respectful to people regardless of their age. And other countries, some other countries in the first world anyway, and many other countries in the first world, there seems to be a stronger respect and reverence for the more seasoned among us, should we say. And I think that's important because we're all going to be seasoned one day. You got to take care of each other. Andy Shirley coming in with 54. Awesome, Andy. Zaxi says I'm 7. I feel like that's not true. Donna Tabuki is also 54. So, wow, what are the odds of that? Joel coming in with 35. Larry Ramirez, 28. I'm feeling old. You got a long way to go, my friend. That's young. De La Soul, Me, Myself, and I. Great tune. Johnny Crypto coming in. 50. I'm 50. Yes. I love it. Hunter Wayne, 34. I feel older than dirt, but look fantastic, says Jason Huffman. I believe it. Donna says, I've been restoring my house. I blew out my back again. 5th surgery soon. My God, Donna, 5th surgery. RW, who is celebrating 50 years. Awesome. Dream Tank, 6,000 years old. Definitely takes the cake. Christopher James says he's 69. How old are you, Stephen? Oh, we don't discuss that matter, sir. But people will have their guesses. Diamond Hands, Freddie coming in with 44 years of age. Frank coming in with 41. Jason Huffman, are you really 50? Jason's still got all that boyish charm. I don't believe it. I always felt like Jason's 30. Or like 35, maybe. 35. Let's see. Esteban celebrating 3 days. Welcome to your 3rd day on Earth, my friend. I'm just starting my... Steven is 35. Well, Donna, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. 1 year in crypto aged a lot of people quick via Twitter, yes. Like that meme that goes around, right? Yes, it can have that effect. Well, another reason why this show is so important, guys, because it's important to have fun along the way. Audio Freaks 41. 41 over here. Yep, but don't act like it. Wow, you certainly don't, Jason. I'm impressed, man. You've got... you look great. You're holding up great for 50. 50. Honestly, I'm shocked. You look great, man. I don't believe it either. I don't believe that Jason's 50. I've seen pics of Jason. I just don't believe it. I work for the biggest concert promoter in the world, says Keith. Barry Fay, things got crazy working with bands. Oh my God, 1972. You mean you were born, Keith, in 1972? Is that what you're saying? It's our Super Bowl this year, yes. I'm at that I don't give a F age. Donna, I love Donna. Donna's so spicy. I turned 26 in April, says Esteban. That's awesome. See, we've got a wide range of folks here from like early 20s through around 60. I love it. Dingus Chubb, good to see you in the mix. Haven't seen you in a bit. Good to see you. Awesome. So guys, we are seeing some nice bullish trends in the market right now. We got another green candle coming in for Bitcoin as we look like we're about to crescendo over 45,000 again. Right now, let's see what Dogecoin is doing. Dogecoin is hanging in there at pretty much trading sideways right now. Hasn't hit that 17 cent marker yet. Trading at about 16.75 cents. So we'll continue to monitor the situation, as it were. But things are moving in a very nice direction. The volume is absolutely huge right now. So like spike for Steven Steele. I love it. Thank you, Dingus Chubb. Andy says your channel has maturity, wisdom, not numbers. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. You know, I just try to have fun, be myself. I couldn't in all seriousness, like go for. Well, you guys know what the typical crypto channels are like and how they're presented. It's just not me. I just got to do my thing. Junior Hall 65, awesome. Love to see it, man. Thank you. And by the way, thank you for your support, Junior Hall. Coming in from San Diego, California, Mikey Dembo. Good to see you, Mikey Dembo. Welcome to the mix, my friend. I love San Diego. I've been there a few times. I've had just marvelous time in San Diego. Thoughts on the satanic Doge X Juniors? I don't really have much thoughts on it. I wouldn't say like it's my thing, but there's a lot of different kinds of them, you know. So, yeah. But I don't have like thoughts beyond that. But I could see how that might rub some people the wrong way. I could see that. Coming from the Bay Area, yes. Spent a lot of time in the Bay Area back in the day. I had a girlfriend there for a while, and used to play a lot of shows in the Bay Area. Even saw someone get stabbed in the back one time in the Tenderloin. So effectively, I saw someone stabbed in the loin. Soon to be moving to Indianapolis. Now you're getting closer to me, Donna. We're definitely gonna have to hang. You're definitely gonna be a lot closer to my neck of the woods. Joel says, I can't watch the hype videos anymore because some streamers make. It's like watching a circus. Yeah, it can be kind of jarring, you know what I mean? We're just like, oh, like, okay, what? Yeah, you can only do that so much, right? Like every day is like the most epic thing ever. At the same time, I can appreciate that some people gravitate to that and like that. And I think it has its place. It's just not me. Do the crab dance. Yeah, it's just for James. I can't do the crab dance justice, but I am going to have Crypto Batman on here finally soon. But always great to have Crypto Batman folks in here. Always great to have Crypto Batman folks here. And Lucy also. I'd say those are my... between Lucy and Crypto Batman, that's probably where there's the most overlap between those two shows and this one. Yes. Can't wait for the Doge ETH bridge and Doge 1 mission. Yeah, it's all going down, Mikey. And it's all going down by the end of this first quarter here. If not, certainly by the beginning stages of quarter 2. So lots to look forward to for Dogecoin enthusiasts. I'm still very bullish that I think this is going to be a massive year for Dogecoin in terms of solidifying its notoriety, its long-term growth, and stability and I think we could see some very, very dramatic achievements in terms of market value for Dogecoin this year. I do believe it. Wouldn't surprise me in the least if we saw Dogecoin get over $1 in 2022. I respect that, Dingus. I get what you're saying. I respect that. Don't bring in the weird skinny guy. You know what? I get along with most Doge streamers. At the same time, I get it. Trust me, guys. I get it. I understand that some of you guys don't really care for the content some of the other content creators make that cover Doge. Like, I understand that, but I get it. Like, I get it. But I just try to get along with anyone making Doge-centric content if I can. A lot of new folks in here tonight. By the way, if you're new here, you've been watching Steven Steele Live. I'm Steven Steele. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit all notification bell. We've got a great community here. Everyone's super chill and friendly, so would love to have you stick around and vibe with us. All right, guys. Well, I think I've been going for a while here. Hopefully this bull market keeps continuing. Let's see what Doge is doing before I go anywhere, shall we? So Doge making its way. Man, might have to stick around a little longer, gang. Bullish trends continuing. Big green candle going up for Bitcoin as it excels comfortably above 45,000. Let's get back to that Doge money though, and let's look back at what the dog money's doing right now. Things are going very bullish as we are about to see Dogecoin pierce that critical 17% threshold. Buy orders are coming in like crazy. Volume is extremely high. The market is on the move for the first time in a long time. You love to see it. You love to see it. Things are moving. Things are grooving. And we are having a good time tonight. Rock and roll music going to play all night. Folks, we're doing it to it. Dog money is in the air. Bitcoin is on the move. Could we be seeing the beginning of the end of these very bearish trends that we have all experienced to excruciating levels over the last month and a half? I do believe so. I do believe so. So, volume is high. Dog money trading just under 17 cents. Can we get over? Can we get over? I believe we can. While your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele's on the air as we're seeing another green candle in formation as we zoom. All I want to do is a zoom and a boom boom. Name that song. Name that song. Hey, Steven, what do you think of Crow? I'm very bullish on Crow. I think Crow is an excellent long-term investment. Love CRO. I don't own much of it, not because I don't like it. It's just my capital is limited. Oh, yeah, make sure you get a tax guy that knows what he's doing, or make sure you know what you're doing when it comes to your taxes in relation to crypto and stocks. I'm getting the vibes of a year ago. I love it. I love it. So Dogecoin reaching what I'd say a pretty decent amount of resistance right at about 1694, right where it is right now. Seems to be hitting the same threshold of resistance. I feel like I have an obligation to stay on the air until at least we get to 17 cents here. And Johnny Crypto calls it again with Rump Shaker. Fun fact, I believe Rump Shaker was one of the first songs that Pharrell produced. Yes, Pharrell. Rex in Effect, yes. Rex in Effect. They were, in fact, Rex that were in effect, that liked to zoom on the boom boom. Guys, you're watching Steven Steele Live. I'm, of course, Steven Steele. Some folks call me Real Deal Steven Steele. And we are kind of just having a hangout market watch at this point. Got through all the news of the day. And right now we're just hanging out, having a good time. Just vibing out to this seemingly beginning stages of what I believe to be could be a very significant bull run, a very welcome distinction from what we have been experiencing over the last month and a half or so. So great to see some positive movement in the markets tonight. Dogecoin is certainly on the move. Shib is definitely on the move. XRP as well. You love to see it. You love to see it. So where are we headed the rest of the night, folks? Remains to be seen, but I have a pretty good feeling about it, as Larry David would say if he was here watching the charts. So, I'm taking a closer look at this chart here. Again, we just seem to be hitting the same. It's amazing. We're just trading right sideways, right barely beneath 17 cents right now. Let's go 17.5 live before he goes to bed, says Andy Shirley. And the viewers keep coming in. The viewers keep coming in. And I've been live for almost 120 minutes, folks. I've almost been going 2 hours straight, which is a pretty significant period of time when you're talking by yourself up here. But that's all right. I love to do it. There used to be a show on MTV back in the day called 120 Minutes, and it came on late at night once a week, and they mostly played alternative music, what they called that time, alternative music, which was, or for all intents and purposes, more underground, strange underground music of the day, right? And it was hosted by Matt Pinfield. This is Matt Pinfield. Yeah, Matt Pinfield. Anyway, just another little tangent on the road to the moon. Guys, we're at 16.97. Another green candle popping up. Lots of volume coming in. Lots of buy orders coming in. We're 16.99, folks. Looks like we're about to hit 17 cents. Can we do it? Going once, going twice. Can we get to 17 cents, ladies and gentlemen? Take a pause, refresh it. I put my thing down, I flipped it and reversed it, and still, we're not hitting 17 cents, but very close. We're at 16.95 with the dog money. But the volume is high, the energy is here, the whole market is moving. Ladies and gentlemen, you love to see it. Bitcoin now trading comfortably over $45,000. Dogecoin up now over 7% over the last day. Bitcoin now trading at $45,263, up over 2% over the last hour. Things are on the move. Now, if we look at Shib, I lost where Shib is at, folks. Sorry. I lost the Shib. That's okay. Bear with me, guys. Okay, so Shib is up 1.6% over the last hour, still up at about 23.5%. Still kind of doing the same thing it has been over the last hour and a half. Lunaterra coming up now as well, trading over 3% higher in the last 45 minutes, up about 12% over the last week. AVAX on the move. The whole market in general is looking very nice. And again, welcome change compared to what we've seen. Chicados, you legend, Steve. Thank you for that. Break on through to the other side, someone says. Who the F is Dawn Mays? Dawn Mays is Donna Tabuki's alter ego. Dawn Mays. Donna Tabuki is Dawn Mays. Rated R. Chicados. Love Steven Steele. Appreciate it. Love you back, my friend. Love you back. Can you feel the love tonight? It is well within my Doge. Guys, we are trading the dog money just right at about 16.9. That's where the most poignant point of resistance is at right there. Just can't seem to break through it, but still, I mean, you really can't complain, all things considered, where the trajectory of Doge has been going over the last week, particularly over the last 24 hours. The entire market is up, doing well, doing swell. XRP also knocking it out of the park. XRP, in my opinion, is a clear runaway winner for the day anyway, as well as Shib and, of course, Dogecoin. It hit 17 seconds on Robinhood for 1 second. Okay, I believe you, but that's not good enough. We want it. I wouldn't say that officially counts. We got to see at least for like a minute over there, right? We got to at least see it hit for a minute. We don't hit it and quit it here. We like to hit it and enjoy it. Hit it and enjoy it. I just like to take it nice and slow. The later it gets, the weirder we are, right? It hit 17 for a second. Zaxi says, I hope your first name in real life is Zaxi, because that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Zaxi. You're so Zaxi. Love you, Steven Steele. Love you back, Hunter Wayne. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Good vibes here tonight in the chat. Love to see it. Love to see it. Honestly, I may not have the biggest channel out there. I mean, I'm coming in right under 5,000 subscribers in total, but it doesn't matter. We've got the best community here. We've got the best folks. We really do. Honestly, I sincerely mean that. I'm not just being biased because you're my people. We really got we don't have the biggest channel, but we do have the best community. Let's get them greenies. Let's do it to it, guys. Greenies, weenies, but there's a big red one. Womp, 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 wah. I don't think it'll last long, folks. I don't think it'll last long. Typical retracement. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Right now we're in that 1 step back. Step on a crack. Don't break your mama's back. Don't get bent out of shape. It's going to be okay, guys. Because the Doge is going to keep ascending for sure. And I believe even so tonight, we could see the likes of 18 cents. Mikey, Steven Steele, you the man with the plan. The Doge momentum is coming, brother. I believe it. You speak it into existence, and that's half the battle, my friend. Half the battle is showing up and speaking it into existence. I believe it. I receive it. We're going to do it to it together, my friends. Dogecoin is going to the moon. Not a matter of if, just a matter of when. AVAX is doing really great, Ben says. Yes, it absolutely is. Those of you who know me know I'm very bullish on AVAX. I love AVAX. I love Lunaterra, both of those projects. AVAX now up 32% over the last week, 11% over the last day. Now, coming in, AVAX, 3% just over the last hour. So thank you for the update on that, sir. AVAX coming back from a very significant downturn. I mean, AVAX really ate it for a bit there. It really even surprised me. I was expecting it, but not to that degree. AVAX making a super strong comeback. Currently trading at almost $92 right now, up about 3% just over the last 45 minutes. Jason Hufford says, Steven Steele, the 5K subscribers. Let your friends know to tune in. I love it. Yes, spread the word. If you know anyone that would enjoy the show, enjoy this sort of community and content, feel free to tell them about it. Feel free to tell them about it, guys. Doge momentum. Yes, indeed. Let's take the Doge momentum all the way. Dawn Mays. Dawn Mays' first super chat. Thank you, Dawn Mays. Let's see if my credit card works for Dawn Mays. It's Donna Tabuki. Swear. Don Tabuki has now an exciting alter ego known as Dawn Mays. Dawn Mays is her. It sounds like an adult star name, frankly, Dawn Mays. Love some AVAX as my crypto. Yes, I'm right with you. Thanks for the super chat, Dawn. Yes, quote unquote, right? We just can't seem to get above that 17-cent threshold. I don't know why. I don't know why. But overall, this has been a great day in crypto world. And hopefully it will continue the rest of the night. I do believe it will. I do believe that this is the beginning of an ascendance that could last quite a while. Don't be surprised, though, if we go into some level of retracement after this market-wide pump tomorrow. And don't be discouraged. Folks, don't be discouraged. Look, I had so many reasons to be discouraged throughout this year and really since I took my time off with you guys. I'm still working my way through it, but the important thing is I'm working my way through it. This was an awesome stream. I had so much fun here tonight with you guys. It's great to be back, and I'm thankful for this community. You guys are the best. You guys are so fun. You guys are awesome. I hope you had a good time. I got to rest my vocal cords. I'm probably going to keep one eye on the charts and my other eye on the rest of Season 4 of Ozark. So that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my night. And I need to hydrate. I'm feeling pretty parched. Guys, thank you so much. If you don't already follow me on Twitter, follow me at Steve, Mr. MR Steven Steele _. Mr. Steven Steele _. That's the only legit Steven Steele profile. There are a lot of imitators out there now. None of them are legit except that one. Now, feel free to DM me on Twitter. I try to get back to almost everyone. unless you're being an a-hole, then I won't get back to you. But other than that, feel free to message me there, folks. I'm very accessible. Thank you so much for tuning in, each and every one of you guys. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the support. Really. I will not be a stranger. I will not be away long. We're going to do another live stream very soon, and I hope to get back to a much more frequent live streaming schedule like I used to do before a break. But folks, you know, I streamed almost every night for over a year, so still pretty good. But I won't be as long this next time, I promise. Until next time, you guys, this is your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele. Sign out. Thanks. Just the bees and birds, the summer hay.